Just a quick video on a couple of guitars I'd recommend in the £350 price bracket. These both retail roughly approximately that sort of money. They are the Sigma DR28 and the Yamaha FG830, the new 800 series. There's some similarities and differences between these guitars. The similarities being shape. Also they're both dreadnought shape. Got the binding around the body, but this Sigma is AMI Sigma. It's not a Martin Sigma. It's one of the German company's relatively new made guitars within the last 6 years, when they took over the name for the rest of the world. It's not got binding around the head or the neck, but it has got bone, nut and saddle. This particular version is the herringbone version, so it's an Indian rosewood back and sides, but it's got the herringbone finishing around the binding, as you can see. It's also got a tortoise shell pickguard. Standard DR28 has got just a matte black, and the purfling along the back is slightly different, but other than that it's the same sort of guitar. Yeah, mahogany, rosewood, laminate back and sides. It's actually a rosewood veneer over a basswood. And the other guitar in this sort of price range, which I would very much recommend, is the FG830. Now this again has got a tortoise shell pickguard, but it's got some abalone around the rosette and the rosette hole. It's a sound hole, so that rosette there, as you can see, is nicely finished in abalone. It's got slightly nicer finishing on the neck. It's bound and on the headstock, and you've also got abalone inlay for the Yamaha and the little motif there. So the finishing is probably a little bit better. Internally it's got scallop bracing, which the Sigma hasn't. Nice yellow finishing to the binding, mahogany neck, headstock there with Grover, sorry, with die cast tuners. The Sigma has got Grover tuners, so slightly better tuning pegs on the Sigma. Have a quick look. So it's pluses and minuses with these guitars. You get some nicer tuning pegs on the Sigma, and you've got the slightly nicer finishing on the back there with the purfling, which you haven't got on the Yamaha. But the Yamaha has got nicer binding on the neck and headstock. It's also got abalone, a rosette. So in terms of fit and finish, they're similar. Some slight improvements on the Sigma in terms of the tuning pegs, but some nice finishing on the Yamaha with the abalone and the binding, the extra binding. So what do they actually sound like? Both, as I say, they're both solid Sitka tops, but laminate back and side. So let's play a tune on both of them and see what they sound like. As I say, this has got scallop bracing. The Yamaha, the Sigma hasn't. Like is there nobody said I don't mind treading I'm held so hard, jump on your bone, kicking it time after time. The Yamaha. Now the Sigma. So similar sounds, comparable, as I say. The slight improvement on this compared to the Yamaha is it's got the bone nut and saddle. And as I say, I think it's actually a veneer over a side piece of basewood, where I think with the Yamaha it is strips of rosewood glued. Certainly in the price range, which is $300 to $350, these two guitars are, you know, pretty much up there. You're not going to find a lot more that's a lot better. They're not electroacoustic, so they haven't got any active electronics. They're just straight acoustic guitars, but very good ones, and certainly guitars that I'd wholeheartedly recommend. Hope you like the video.